What would you do with 36 private acres in the middle of the country? Because that's exactly what this home is sitting on. Let's go inside and take a look. All right, so here we are out front of Newton. This is a two-story all brick home in Tay Township. It's on 36 private acres. This is an extremely private and quiet location. It is not a street that cars typically drive down. I mean, you do have some, but like, check this out. I can hear the birds. Beautiful day today. It's about 640 feet across the front and just over 2,000 feet deep. But let's go take a look around. You can see absolutely great location, awesome backyard. A raised septic bed here. You got about two, maybe 3 acres of grass to cut. You got some fence lines. The typical yard is fenced in. You could certainly open up for some gardens on that side. There are trails cut into the back. So potentially if you wanted to have a horse, that could happen. You could build a paddock back there. You got the trails. You're in the location. Two-story kind of Cape Cod vibes. Brick looks to be in really good shape. Architectural shingles. Just a couple years old, so that's been replaced. This home was built in 1989. Here's the back deck. Could use a little bit of TLC, but this was a deck that they did, fairly economical. No piles, just deck blocks. Very functional. It's got a bit of a sag to it, but wouldn't take too much to replace that. Brick overall is in pretty good shape. Little bit of spalding at the top of the chimney, and then just naturally by the way that they've designed this one, little bit of spalding at the lower half. Get a mason in for a couple $100. They'll repin or reappoint those and life will be good. This is on oil heat. So there's your stacks there to add oil. It is a dug well that was at the back. We kind of walked right by it. Lots of water in this area, so you're not worried about your well going dry. Most people would change this to propane. A lot of people have, a little bit of concerns that the oil heat's going to be expensive. The conversion from propane or from oil to propane, the furnaces now are very efficient. It costs you about $500 more to run propane than it would natural gas with the high efficiency. Certainly you could do a heat pump out here. No AC, so that's something that you're certainly going to want to budget. The biggest thing that I'm seeing on this house is the windows are original, so they seem to be functioning quite nicely now, but it is a matter of time until those need to be replaced. No formal step here, but very functional. So one step up into the house. And let's just take a quick tour inside. So it's got a formal landing space, front hall closet here, good storage, great grand room in the front, nice tall ceilings, hardwood floors. They've done some ceramic tile at the front. That looks like a new addition within the last few years to clean it up. But this is a really beautiful sitting room. It's got a nice big bay window. As a matter of fact, at the front there were 2 really large windows, one into the living space and then one into the dining room. As you can see, lots of opportunity there. It's your center staircase design, so it's very contemporary dining room. That same kind of engineered hardwood, or I guess it's just hardwood. Nothing really engineered about it, but I guess there is a backing to it. Lighting fixture is still very much original. Baseboards are in pretty decent shape. Now this flooring at the back has been changed to match. Now they didn't take the baseboards out, they just cut to kind of go around the baseboards. Kitchen's very functional. oak. Could paint that out if you wanted something a little bit more modern. But the fridge, stove, dishwasher, microwave have all been replaced. They're Maytag. For those two, a KitchenAid and a Whirlpool. So like you've got a wood fireplace here that looks like probably doesn't pass today's code just based on the wet inspection. So you'll probably have to add a bit of a hearth there to make it comply, but that's a nice little feature. You got your step out here to that deck. So that's nice. It's got a really nice flow in here. It's got a good energy, very functional. The fact that you're kind of like in the kitchen, you're looking back at the homestead from all these windows, lots of natural light. A little bit of paint could really brighten this up. It does have a main floor 2-piece bathroom, as well as main floor laundry. Now this could be, in theory, redone and reconfigured, and you could have a 4-piece on the main and a formal bathroom if you needed it. There's certainly space here, but if you're doing laundry, super quiet for the rest of the house. Step out to the garage. I would say this is probably a 22 by 20 garage. The landing does take up a little bit of that first space. There is a set of stairs that go down to the basement. We'll show you that from the basement side. You got 2 garage door openers. So you're gonna get 1 full-size truck in here. On this side, it would probably have to be a small SUV, or you'd need to reconfigure the staircase if you wanted to get the second car in here. Good ceiling heights. It's fully insulated. So if you wanted to drop a heater in here, it wouldn't be overly challenging. There's a step out to the back, which is nice if you want to get to the backyard. Just so peaceful here. Amazing. Doors could use a little bit of paint, exterior wise. That was just, it's very meticulously cared for. It is showing signs of 1989 creeping up on it. So there is a bit of money to be spent here. The stairs, if you carried that hardwood feel throughout the top floor, really changed the vibe. The carpets could use a good clean, but they're showing signs that it's time. But the bedrooms in here are really nice. So this is a great sized bedroom. It's at the back, going to be super quiet. It does have an ensuite. So for the time, very revolutionary. Good sized closets. There's a his and hers for space. Not sure that this one would do a king size bed, but certainly a queen would fit in here just based on the structure without any real issue. Your second closet, and then your ensuite bathroom. It's a good size, again, just a little bit dated, but very functional. Needed to do a little bit of a refresh on this thing. You've got the opportunity to do it, because a lot of these farmhouses just didn't have that as an opportunity in the 80s. So they were ahead of their time there, which is nice. This is your 4-piece, good sized bathroom here. Vanity. The flooring is like a vinyl stick flooring. Toilet, and then there's your shower. They've updated the lighting fixture in here, but other than that, the rest of it is for the most part original. We'll go into the second big bedroom. Got the Cape Cod window. This is kind of cool. It's got 2 closets as well. You could put a queen in here. A king, not so much, but room for a sitting table. And the closet space is actually quite nice. So there's lots of storage in this house. Not gonna have any issues there. Got a linen closet at the top of the stairs. Again, these are big, they're deep, lots of room. And then the smallest bedroom also has 2 closets. So like from closet perspective, you got a ton of options. Now, all the windows in here are original. Some are showing some signs of, they're going to need to be replaced. Some could be painted just to like preserve them a little bit longer, but definitely something you're going to want to put on your future expense list to do. I would say, they're all working and operating functionally. but it's only a matter of time till the glass starts to kind of deteriorate and you're going to want to make an improvement. I missed this the first time, but there is a pantry here. So again, like, this house has a ton of storage, which is awesome. And then let's head downstairs. So this is an unfinished basement. Certainly the ceiling heights are big enough that you could finish the space. I think these folks have just never seen the value in having that extra square footage. There's your oil tank. You don't see those too much in houses anymore until you get into the rural properties like this one. But there's your line. There's those 2 stacks that were on the outside of the house, but the tank itself has been updated. Lots of space down here, not a ton of windows. There's one window, it's under the deck, but you got a lot of room down here. Tinkering shop. You could create added square footage. There's the door that goes out to the garage. So that's a nice little bonus. You could essentially get to the garage from the basement. So they really did think about this when they built it. Little bit of water permeating into that back area. There's your electrical panel. It's 200 amps. Not much room left on this breaker. So if you wanted to add anything, you'd certainly be doing kind of a panel upgrade. But the basement itself, tall ceilings, lots of opportunity. And then here is your water. So this one's actually running through what looks like 2 different bladders. So here's your water system, 2 bladders. There's the main line into the house. There's your actual pump pulling the water. You got a sump pit here. You've got some sediment filters. Can be changed. There's your furnace. So again, this will likely be your original. The older they are, the longer they seem to last these days. But back to the water. So you're going through your sediment filters into the bladder, and then through an ionizer, and then into the hot water tank. Now the hot water tank is owned. It is electric. There's your hot and cold going out. Shut-off valves in the case of emergency. All the plumbing is copper in this house. Now there's probably some PEX here and there. It is copper wiring. So for all intents and purposes, there's the septic outlet going to the backyard. So it's all gravity fed. There is no bathroom down here. If you were to add a basement bathroom, you'd have to have a emaciating pump or a pit, and then it would pump it up to gravity into this line and then would flow out. So lots of future potential in this place. This is a really cool house. It's got a really nice vibe to it. Room for improvement to add value, which is nice. If you're handy, this could be a really good opportunity for you. And then we'll step out the backyard, step outside. So listen, if you've been looking to move to Tay Township, looking for privacy, maybe you've always wanted to own a farm, maybe you want horses, maybe you want a quieter pace of life, then certainly this house on Newton could be a fantastic opportunity. Feel free to start the conversation by texting the word home to 705-433-2525. And hey, let's see if this was the right one for you and get the conversation started. Hopefully you found this tour informative. Have a fantastic day.